explain to my friends a little bit about the product and the benefits?
Yes, of course I can. So if y'all have been following Shawna, you know she drinks this drink and she's shrinking and she's having all this awesome energy and all kinds of amazing stuff happening, just transforming before our eyes. So let's talk about what that is. So this is Keto Nat, and it is a powder which also comes in a liquid version. But you mix it in water, you shake it up or stir it, and you drink it. And within 30 minutes, your body's in ketosis. And if you guys don't know what ketosis is, it's basically the most optimal state for your body because ketones are our most optimal fuel source. So you probably have seen the keto diet. If you look in the grocery store checkout line, you'll see like magazines and it says, Janice lost 50 pounds with the keto diet. Like keto is a huge conversation. And the reason why is not just because people are losing weight, but because ketosis is a very healing state for your body as well. So people feel good. Everything starts to kind of balance out. Like you have more oxygen in your bloodstream. Like there's amazing health benefits to ketosis. Now, the challenge is that normally you would have to do this strict keto diet to get into that state. But thanks to Keto Nat, you don't have to because this gets you into ketosis just like the diet would. So some people do keto diet and they drink ketones. Some people do find them, I'm going to say most people find themselves doing like a low carb diet and drinking ketones because you don't want carbs and your appetite is suppressed. Like that's a result of drinking ketones. So naturally, a lot of people do low carb. And then some people are like, they're not thinking anything about changing their diet. They have a diet that they follow. For example, I work with athletes, Olympians, that use the product for performance, but they have a set diet that they need to follow in order to meet their macros and their carbs and all of that. They're not over here doing keto diet or low carb. They're using Keto Nat as a performance tool. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use the product, and that's what I love about it. And what we know is that when people start using it consistently, you start to see them feel change literally within your first couple drinks, but it continues to get better and better and better. And then you see results like Shawna's had where it's just like, oh my gosh, who is this person? So does that help, Shawna?
Yes, that does. It does help a lot. Let's talk, like, I know that we don't usually, but can we talk about the business side and what the business has done for you?
Yeah, for sure. So, my background is actually in medical skincare. I'm a medical esthetician by trade. So, I kind of like Shawna, I worked in the medical field for years in dermatology. And I owned a spa where I did a lot of cosmetic stuff, Botox, and all that fun stuff. Um, and when I started using ketones personally for energy, because I know just to kind of backpedal for just a moment, we talked about fat loss, and that's huge, right? But like the energy that comes with ketones is like nothing I had ever experienced before. I would drink this in the morning. I didn't even want coffee anymore. Your mental clarity is just on point. So for me, I did have a physical transformation. I dropped 3 pant sizes in my first 12 weeks. I'm tall, so I carry my weight well, but I just started losing fat from all the places that were usually my problem areas. But more importantly, I was feeling amazing. I was sleeping amazing. So I was like, I want my clients to know about this. Like, I want everybody to know about this. I want my family to know about this. Like, this is like nothing I had ever experienced before. So I started sharing it with people just very organically. It used to come in like a canister. I took it to my spa and sat it on the counter. Well, when you look at a list of benefits from ketones, like there's nobody that doesn't need in like some or all of those things,
Everybody
right?
needs
So
it.
it's crazy because it's not just like you're not just one benefit that you're targeting. And so people would look at the canister and say, wow, energy, mood, focus, fat loss, appetite suppression, muscle preservation, and recovery. What is that? It looks like I need it. So I started sharing it with people more. I met with a couple. I had never done anything like this before, like with sales or community-based marketing. Really, I bought like a makeup kit once just to save on my makeup, but I had never like done. Who else has done that? Y'all know you've done that. It's like, well, if you spend $99, you get all of this stuff. So anyways, but I had never done like anything beyond that. I live in a small town with 3 red lights. Like it just wasn't, it really wasn't even in my thought process. But the more people I met through it that were helping me and guiding me along, and they were my go-to when people would have questions that I didn't know the answer to, I was like, man, people are like really living cool lives and making good income. I'm over here, you know, working, and I love what I did in the spa world, but I'm going to work at 9 o'clock in the morning to get ready to open the doors, and I'm there closing the doors at 7 o'clock at night, and I'm hoping that there's enough left over for me to get a paycheck after I pay everybody. So anybody that has owned a brick and mortar business or worked in management knows how that is. So I was like, you know what, this stuff's amazing. I love it. I can stand behind the product 100%. It's safe. It's clean. There's no, I don't have to worry if I give it to somebody, you know, is it going to do whatever. It's good. It's safe. It's something I can 100% stand behind and support. I want everybody that I know and love to use it, and even those that I don't. So I started sharing it more, and I started seeing more potential, and I started seeing that come to life for me and my family. And I ended up transitioning full time into Prove It, and it's changed our lives. I mean, if you would have told me 5 or 6 years ago when I was sitting in the room doing facials all day that I was going to be working from home and be here with my kids, and we were going to buy our dream house, and we were going to travel, you know, out of the state or out of the country once a month just on amazing trips and experiences, I would have told you it was crazy. But at the same time, it's like, why not? Why? I was like, why not have that life? I used to look at people that I thought had awesome lifestyles and think, what the heck did they do to get that? Like, what do they do for a living? How do they have this life, but they're not like in an office all day, never seeing their family? Because that's what I linked together was the time for money trade. And so for me, it was just, I saw it in a light where I realized that I didn't have to give up. I have teenagers, I have little ones, like I have kids of all ages, I have older kids. So I'm like, I want to be able to be present for everything. I don't want to say, oh, well, if we want to have nice things and do nice things, do cool things and have awesome experiences, I have to work all the time. My family's never going to see me. That, to me, that doesn't add up. So when I look for an answer to that or a solution for that, we have this, what we do. And I think you kind of saw that same thing, Shawna, which is what, you know, kind of triggered you to make some changes in your schedule and kind of take control of your life when it comes to that. Because you're the same. You got the girls, y'all got softball, like you have a lot of stuff going on. So
Yes, I love that. Actually, I started just to drink the product and to get mine for free, and everybody started seeing my transformation and coming, you know, after me and wanting information.
right.
And I was going to send them to my friend Amanda, and she was like, listen, you could do this and do the same thing I'm doing. And here we are, 6, 7 months later, I'm fixing to go to Cancun with the company, and I get to stay at home with my babies, and I get to enjoy all the softball and stuff. So I love that, Cam. Thank you so much for sharing. I know that you have stuff to get off here and do, so I'll let you go. I'm going to explain the liquid ketones real quick,
Yeah.
and then wrap it up. So, but I know you got things to do, so I appreciate you jumping on today and sharing with them your experience and the business side.
Well, you're awesome, and I'll hop off and watch you talk about those liquid ketones because they are my favorite. So thank y'all for hanging out, and Shawna, thanks for having me, and I'll see you later.